Hello, Team Green. Let's get ready for calendar. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Today is Wednesday, August 26th. Let's look at the card today. It's fish. Look at that. I see some big fish. I see some smaller fish. And they're like heart-shaped fish. I love it. So cute. Let's see. It looks like we kind of have like 3 bigger fish and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smaller fish. Let's do that equation. We have 3 big fish. Let's make sure we have it right on here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember that keyword? And means plus 7 smaller fish equals how many fish do we have in all? Let's count them all together. Will you help count with me? I'm going to count the big ones first. 1, 2, 3. Keep counting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 heartfish swimming in the ocean. 3 plus 7 equals 10. You know what I want to do today? I don't want to do any more counting or math. I want to flip this guy around. Remember, if we just do it in a different order and it's plus, we don't have to count. We can just write the answer. It's going to be the same. Let's do that. So we're going to do the little fish first. There were 7 little fish. And that's our key word for plus. And there were 3 bigger fish. Now look, it's the same numbers. I have a 7 and a 3. And I have a 7 and a 3 with a plus sign. So when we add, we're just counting it all together. It doesn't matter what order. So I'm not even going to count it again. I know that if I have a 3 and a 7, and I have a 7 and a 3, that the answer is always going to be the same. What was my answer? 10. So what's my answer here? 10. I don't even have to count it. I call that a turnaround fact. You just flip it and you can write a new equation without even having to count. It's so amazing. All right, friends, let's add a day of school. One day for today, Wednesday. I'm going to add it in. Remember, these are my ones place. They're all separate. They're not in a bundle. So we call them babies. They're like the little guys. We call them ones. Will you help count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 days of school. Let's get a card that says the number 8. 8 in the ones place. Okay, here's the part where you repeat after me. Go ahead and say, repeat after you. 0 hundreds. Say 0 hundreds. 0 tens. Say 0 tens. And 8 ones. 8 ones. Makes the number. It makes the number 8. And I added zeros here today to show you that when the zeros are in the front, like there's no other digits blocking them, if the zeros are the first numbers, we kind of can just take them away. They don't mean anything. Now, if the zeros are behind a number, like behind a number 8, then we have to keep them. But if the zeros are the first numbers, they don't mean anything. They can be there, they cannot be there, they don't mean anything. So really, we have 8 days of school. We have an important day coming up. Oh, I don't want to tell you to ruin it, but we're almost going to have some 10s. It's going to be a good day when it comes up. We have been in school for 8 days. Today, since before today, we've been practicing counting by 10s. You should have been watching videos on counting by 10s in your math block So I'm going to give you another layer. I'm going to throw a little curveball at you. We're going to get a little bit harder here. Counting by tens when we go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and 0. But today, we're going to count a little bit different. When we were just counting right there was always a 0 in the ones place. So it would be 10, 20, see, 2 and a 0, 30, 3 and a 0, 40, 4 and a 0, 50, 5 and a 0, and on and on. Today, we're going to change up the ones place. So let's use today's date. Today is the 26th. That means we're going to have a 6 in the ones place. So I'm going to put up 6 fingers over here. 6. Let's count by 10. So if we have a 10 and a 6, that's the number 16. Then we have a 2 in the tens place. That's 26. We're going to keep going. 36. 46, 56, I'm going to have to use 2 hands here, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106. Let's try that again. That's a little bit more tricky when the ones place is not a 0. So, we start with 6. Then we're going to add a 10. So a 10 and 6, that's 16. Then we have 26. Try to say it with me. 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106, because the ones place is always a 6. I'm sure that was a little tricky. We will just keep practicing, and we're only going to get better and better. Until then, I will see you tomorrow, friends. Thanks for joining me.